Welcome to episode 9 of the Valencia Marathon training program. We're in Valencia in December. We're going to run a 3-hour 10 marathon. Good morning folks, Matt here on the planet. Today back down on the quayside again. We've started doing the speed work a couple of weeks ago, and what we're basically doing is a really fast interval session kind of during the week, and then at the weekend we're doing a long run involving some speed work. So last week we did 2 times 7 kilometers at marathon goal pace, and that went really well. One of the biggest things that came out with that run was that I tried out this Vitargo product, and I'd actually used their gels as well. So the Vitargo sports drink that I had before the run, so kind of 500 mils. This is the Maurten stuff, but about that kind of volume, kind of like before the, well, most of it, 2/3 of it before the run, and then about 1/3 of it kind of like halfway through the run, and then a Vitargo gel every 6 kilometers. Totally different to where most of the gels and energy drinks work, not being maltodextrin and fructose and stuff like that, but kind of starch based. And they say that it gets into your muscles kind of 70% faster than the other stuff. And I had a really good run, and at the end of that run, running 40 kilometers, I still had a lot of energy left, could have kept going. I just thought it was a really good run. Take it that obviously some of the kilometers weren't that fast, they were kind of like maybe 6 minutes per kilometer, some of them like that, maybe even a little bit slower, while I was just taking a breather between the big reps. But from an energy point of view, it was really impressive. So back down on the quayside again. I haven't got any more of the Vitargo stuff. I've got some on order, so I am going to try it again in the training block to just see if it wasn't a fluke, it wasn't just a one-off. And today I'll be doing exactly the same with Maurten products, so something I'm more familiar with. So I'm using the Maurten drinks mix today. There is more grams of carbs. I think Vitargo's got 70 grams. This has got something like 95 grams of carbs in it. And then last week I had a Vitargo gel every 6 kilometers. Usually I don't start taking the gels until 8, especially when I'm doing heavy threshold work, and some of the runs, even the half marathons, I don't take it that soon all the time. And then I'll be using the Maurten gels obviously every 6 kilometers. So I'll maybe get through 5 of those. And I've also got this Focus 90 gel as well, so I'll be taking that possibly right at the very end. You can only ever use one of these. They're more for the football industry, and you're only supposed to ever take one of those. Anyway, you shouldn't take more than one. We'll just see how it goes. That's me looking for a replacement for the SIS Surge gel that kind of went off the market over a year ago. And it's the only gel I can find out in the market that's got so much beta-alanine and citral malonate. So we'll give that a go later on. So let's get to the run. So just starting a bit of a jog now, so 5 kilometer warm up, and then I'll do a 7 kilometer stint. But it's chilly this morning, 4 degrees in the car coming down. Contrast to last week, I think it's about 8 to 9 degrees, but it was raining last week and this week. It was a bit windy. It's probably more windy today. It's just colder wind and drier wind, so probably try and work with the wind a bit more on the stints. Got the sun coming up over there, so I think it's going to be a nice morning. But yeah, I've got my leggings on as well, keep me warm. Do all these kind of workouts in the Vaporflies. So training wise, typically through the week we'll be running like a hyper interval session, so kind of 1k repeats at really fast pace for me anyway, 3:45 minutes per kilometer. We did about 4 or 5 of those, maybe 6 eventually, and that kind of just builds raw speed into the legs, and actually also makes it feel a bit easier when you're doing the threshold long runs like today, or the threshold elements in today's long run at 430 minutes per kilometre pace. So that's what we're after. And then all the other runs through the week are pretty much easy pace, steady way of running. So there we are 5 kilometres into the run, or almost. So just about to start the 7 kilometre stint, or the first stint of that. I am taking the gels every 6 hours, so every 6 kilometres. So I'm taking the Maurten one. I've actually just peeled the top off that, if you can see. That's just going to help myself a bit of time in trying to peel, because I'm carrying the GoPro at the same time. So it's going to help me in the run. But yeah, I could have taken it before, but the idea is to do it the same as I did last week, every 6 kilometres. And whether that's something that I do in the marathon in December, I don't know yet, but I'm just kind of trialling it. So taking my gels a little bit earlier and a bit more even split. So off we go. Here we go. For 30 minutes per kilometre. Oh, times 7. So that's kilometre 1, 4:28. So right on the money for that one. Easy start, slightly downhill low at the beginning. So, but this kind of pace is not ridiculously hard, especially when you're putting something in to make it feel good at 3:45 through the week. But obviously you want to go threshold, but not too hard in threshold. So starting to slip back actually because I'm talking to the camera. So I'm going to take the gel now, and I'll speak to you at the next one. So I'll call it 7, or the second one in this stint. 4:39, so a little bit slow to pick it up, but not too bad. You can't gauge, hopefully watch how fast you're exactly going under some trees, around some buildings and things like that. Let's go. Kilometre 3, 4:33 minutes per kilometre, so much better, pretty much where I want it to be. Kilometre 9, I don't know. It's going to be around about 4:30, 4:35 I guess. I'll put it on the screen. Just didn't see it when it spun around on the watch. Right, let's go. Kilometre 5, 4:25, sorry, 4:27 per kilometre. Just where you want it, isn't it? Kilometre 6, 4:26. So I'm happy with that. One more to go. Feeling good. That's totally 11 kilometres in now. Heart rate 163, so that's good. It'd be nice if I could get these 7 kilometre stints to have my heart rate below 160. But then again, how accurate is me heart rate on a monitor on my watch? So let's crack on. So that's 7. That's also 12 kilometres, so time to take another gel. 4:27 for that one. So what do we say? It says 163, so maybe I was 165 for heart rate, which isn't bad. Yeah, so I'll take another gel. I've got at least another one of those stints in this today. I don't think I'll be stupid enough to try 3, or maybe I will. But all the days up there on Strava. It might be a 28k run today, it might be 40k, I don't know. It just depends on what this wind does to me. Temperature's good, so should be okay. So anyway, yeah, thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. So here's an addendum to today's run. Hopefully clear us, but just got to the end of it and taking that Soccer Subs gel, the one with beta-alanine in 3 grams and beta-alanine, would you believe it? And I think it actually worked. So I ran the last 5 kilometres, or 4, and then a small break because I was running the wind and it was just too much, and then got the 5th one in again at kind of marathon goal pace effort. I'll have to see Strava to see what the times are, and I think it worked within like probably about a minute. I had some small aches in both my hamstrings and me just fatigue aches, hamstrings and my glutes, and that had totally gone within about a minute. So and I was able to pick up the pace. I felt light on my legs. It doesn't feel like you've got extra energy or any kick, but you just look at your watch and you're going like 20 minutes a kilometre faster, and that's the same kind of thing, the same feeling I had with the SIS gel when I used it in training a couple of times, SIS Surge that is, and then in the, I think it was the 2021 Great North Run at the end of that. So it's possible that we've got a replacement for the SIS Surge.